What you guys, got another video here for you. This is the 3-2-1 backup strategy using Acronis backup software, and we're going to be using this to back up all our data, and we'll be using the 3-2-1 strategy here. So first off, I've got a Yottamaster PS400U3. This is basically a 4-bay aluminium USB 3.0 hard drive enclosure where we can put 4 hard drives into this device and back up all our data to it. Now you can use a NAS drive or whatever type of backup solution you want. You can see here it does come with a user manual, and this is going to help you understand how to set it up. It is very simple and easy to do. Basically just plug in your drives and away you go. Now this is super affordable. Also with Acronis, that's super affordable as well, and with the drives you can add more drives as your data backup grows. You can add more drives to your storage. Now you can use a NAS drive as well if you want to. It's a bit more expensive, but this is a very cheap alternative if you're looking for a really good backup strategy. As you can see here, we've got a power brick to power our hard drive enclosure, and again we also have our USB cable here and some screws to screw down the drives into the caddies here. Now also we've got a screwdriver included in the kit. Now this is the actual unit here. This runs super quiet and also super cool. Just has a little push lever there. You just push on this and it opens up a little bay here. Very simple design. You can see we've got 4 bays here, and they do come in smaller sizes as well if you want a smaller size one. But as you can see, we can store up to 4 drives in here, and this will give us plenty of storage. So we can either turn it on or off, have it off the computer itself. So once you've got all your data backed up, you can unplug it and leave it on the side if you wish, or you can just turn it off. It depends what you want to do with it, but basically you want to leave it on all the time. You can do it. Runs 24/7 if you want to do that, with this nice fan here which keeps it nice and cool. And also we have our DC input here, a USB port for the back here to give it USB power to the computer, and also the power button and them anti-slip rubber feet there. Now these are just made of plastic, these little hard drive trays here. You just pull these out, and you can see here we've got some screw holes in the side. What you need to do here is slot in your drives, and I'll just get one of those right now. Now I'm going to be using the Iron Wolf Seagate drives here, but these are 4 terabytes in size. But you can use what drives you want that suits your needs. You can use 2.5-inch drives, or you can use 3.5-inch drives. It's entirely up to you. You can see here we've got 2 screw holes here, and we have 2 screw holes on the other side, and we have our screws to screw in the drive itself. So let's get the screws into the drive here. So screw it up to the caddy here. I'm going to put this back into its bay. Now they're numbered 1 to 4, and I'm putting this in bay 4. So I will put this in bay number 1 up the top once I finish doing this part of the recording. So there we go. We'll just shut this up, and we can put some power to it and plug it into the computer. And this is what it's going to look like. There's a blue LED light inside here to tell you that the unit is on, and I can tell you it runs super cool, and it is super fast data transfer speeds with this particular type of device, and it's very useful. You see here, and we've got our 4 bays here, and these are hot swappable. I can pull this out and put in another drive into here if I wish, and extend my backup capacity to whatever size I want to. So let's go to our computer here and get this ready for backing up. So what we're going to need to do here, as you can see, it's not been displayed on the screen at the moment, and that's because we need to get the drive prepared and ready for use. So we're going to go into disk management here. So what we need to do is go down to the start button, right click, and go to disk management here. Open up the disk management, and what I need to do here now is go to the actual drive itself. You can see we've got unallocated space. Right click and click on a new simple volume here. This will open up the new simple volume wizard. I'm going to leave this as is and go next. Give it a drive letter, say D, whatever drive letter you want. And now we can give it a volume name. I'm going to call it storage, but you can call yours archive or storage or whatever it is you want to call it. And we're going to go next, and this will do a quick format on the drive and get that drive ready. You can see here now it's just doing a quick format, and there we go. We've got the drive ready to go, and now we can send all our data to that drive, and this will be, say for instance, our archive. Once we open up Acronis, we can set up a backup plan and how we want to back up to this drive and what type of time and date and how often we want to back up to this drive. And this can be our archive basically if we want to. So what we're going to do here now is open up our Acronis and move on to the next step. Now of course you can add more drives in here which will give you more access to more drives on your computer. You can see I've only got one 4 terabyte drive in there at the moment, but basically I can put loads of drives in here. Now what we're going to be doing is setting up this backup, which is 3-2-1 backup strategy. So 3 is create 3 copies of your data, 1 primary copy and 2 backups. 2, store your copies in at least 2 types of storage media: local drive, network drive, NAS drive, tapes, drives, etc. And then 1, store 1 copy of these off-site, which is in the cloud. And Acronis can do all this for you. It's super easy and super quick and super safe. Now another big plus side for Acronis is the ransomware protection. It does protect you from crypto ransomware, which is awesome. And another great bit of news here: if you are a CrashPlan user, you can migrate to Acronis for 50% off the list price, which is $34.50 for the year. Now this is for a limited time only, and you will need to prove that you are a CrashPlan user, and that way you will get this benefit, which is an awesome deal. And if you look here, it tells you all the benefits of Acronis backup compared to CrashPlans. Now once you start putting Acronis side by side with CrashPlan, you'll see that Acronis has many premium features like NAS or map drive backup. You can do that with Acronis backup, but you can only do that on CrashPlan on a Mac and Linux, but not on Windows. Backup to a vendor cloud, you can't do that with a CrashPlan, and a bunch of other stuff here. It's all listed here, you'll be able to see it. I'll leave the link in the video description, and you can see inactive account retention 3 years on Acronis compared to 180 days with CrashPlan. And the list goes on. I'll leave all the information for you to have a read over. If you are a CrashPlan user and you want to get this offer, then the link will be in the video description. You will need to prove you are a CrashPlan user, and it is for a very short limited time period only, so jump on that as quick as you can. So let's start off with the backup process. So we've got Acronis True Image 2019 installed on our system. Now if you're not familiar with Acronis, it's super easy to use, and I'll show you how to do it here. We're going to do a cloud backup and also a backup to that storage device. You can see here change destination and change source. So the source is the computer that we're going to be backing up, and also we can change the destination. So we'll first off do the cloud backup first, and you can also encrypt this backup if you wish. I've got 1 terabyte of free space up here which I can use and utilize. We can encrypt our backup as we're doing it as well, and we can also add other backups into our plan if we wish. Now before I do the cloud backup, I want to show you the options that we have to set up a schedule. If you want to do that, you can do, and this is in the options section here. So you can see here schedule is daily, weekly, monthly, upon event, non-stop, or do not schedule a backup. It's entirely up to you how you set yours up. You can set yours up to a certain time, certain day, certain week, whatever it is you want to do, and basically set this up to when you're least busy or when the least time you're using a computer. You've got some advanced features here as well, and this is really important for people that run busy lives and they just want it to happen in the background, but try and do it when you're not using the computer. It's a lot easier that way. You can send an email notification about the operation state, and you can also exclude certain files from your backup. So if you don't need certain things, you can put the exclusion tick inside here, and also you've got the advanced area here as well. I just wanted to touch on these briefly because I'm not going to go into too much detail here, because obviously the video would be super long at setting all this up. But you've got backup protection here as well, and I'm not going to go and set all this up. I'm just going to go back into our backup here, and we're going to be setting this up just for showing you how it works. Now you can add other backups to the list as well, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So first let's go and change the source. I'm not going to be backing up the entire PC, which I can do, and I'm also not going to be backing up any disks or partitions. What I am interested in is the files and folders, which we're going to be doing here. You can do mobile devices as well and other stuff on here, which is a really added bonus with Acronis True Image. It makes it super easy, it really does. So first let's take a look at files and folders here. I'm going to go to this PC. And let's just say I've got some images that I want to upload. I can see here pictures. I'm going to go inside here and I've got YouTube images. Let me just select that. And I can also then go over to the right hand side here and select all of these that I want to upload to the cloud. And this is really easy to do. So you can see how simple this is. I'm just going to put the tick in the top here and it puts the tick in all of these that I'm going to be uploading to the cloud. Okay. Now I'll also want to put these onto the drive as well, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But you can see here estimated backup is 271.2 megabytes of data. Now we can go to the cloud here and we can now click on backup. Now this will start to get this ready and start prepare this to upload it to the cloud. It's that simple, and it should start to populate in a second. You can see it's in the queue and it's ready to go, and there we go. I can shut Acronis off now if I want to. It'll run in the background and do this, and I can continue with my work and do what I want to do. And if I had this all set up with the correct schedule, it will do this automatically. I won't need to worry about any of that stuff. It will take care of it all for me. I can pause it if I wish, and just try and do these, as I said, when you're not at the busiest time of the day, because obviously you don't want to be doing stuff like this when you're working with sort of mission critical work. Really, you want to let this happen when you're away from the computer. So you can see here we've got another backup option. I can also add one of these in, which I'm going to do now. So I'm not going to do this one to the cloud. I'm going to do this to my external storage, and I'm going to go back in and do exactly the same thing. I'm going to go into pictures here, and we're also going to come down to YouTube images. There we go, and I'll do exactly the same thing. Click OK here, and you can see YouTube images is the source folder, and I don't want it going to the cloud on this one. I want to go to my storage, which I can see here. Now if I had other storage like a NAS drive, I can do it to there if I wish, or whatever it is that you want to send it to, you can do. And of course you can set up encryption for this. You can also set up your options for regularity, whether you want to set this up for daily, weekly, whatever you want to do here. You've got your advanced options, the same thing, and then click OK. Now once you've got all this set up how you need it, you can then click backup now, and this will then start the backup process to my external drive. Now you can see the job has been queued, but this will soon start once it's finished the other job that it was doing, which is uploading to the cloud. And I can continue to show you some of the other features. Now you've got an archive section here which will archive your large and old files which you want to do. You can also sync, and you've got a tool section which gives you all your clone disk, rescue media builder, which I'd advise you to do. It's always useful to have one of those ready to go. Now if your computer doesn't boot, you can use your Acronis rescue media to rescue or restore data and stuff like that. So Acronis is not only just a backup software, it's basically a ransomware protection as well, which, as you well know, crypto ransomware is rife on the internet, and if you get hit with crypto ransomware and you haven't got any protection or you haven't got any backups, it's going to encrypt all your data. You will be held to ransom, just like the NHS was in the UK, and it can cripple businesses. You know, it can make business go under. So you've got to make sure you've got adequate backups and adequate protection, and Acronis does just that. So you can see here we've got the sync feature, which is uses the Acronis cloud to synchronize files and folders between your PC and Acronis True Image. You also got your archive, which basically allows you to free up disk space by moving all your large or old files from your PC to an external drive or Acronis cloud, depending on what you want to do. So you've got that feature there as well, and it can also do so much more. So if you haven't used Acronis before and you're very new to backing up, or you're very new to Acronis or backup software, then take a look at this. Really, I've been using this for many years, and it's probably one of the best backup solutions you're going to find out there. So you can see here now it's backed up all my data, it's backed up to the cloud, and it's also backed up to my new external hard drives solution, which we've got here. So we have the data on the computer, we have the data on an external drive, and we also have the data in the cloud. So we've basically got 3 places where we've got that data, hence the golden rule: backup, 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 which is what we're all talking about here. And you can see on the external drive we've got that YouTube images has been backed up into a TIB file here, which is from Acronis, and that is a nice backup solution right there. And also I can back up even further places if I wish to. I can put it onto a NAS drive if I wish. I can do whatever I like with Acronis. It gives me that option. Now also I did want to show you here, these are the computer files that we had here, which we've just backed up. This is on the computer, and I can use these as I'm working, and I've also got a backup here, and it will constantly back up. If I set this up right, it will add any new files added here, they will be backed up to the cloud and also backed up to that external drive if I set it up correctly. Now what I did want to show you here is the cloud as well. I wanted to go to the cloud and show you basically how this is backed up onto the cloud, and now you can access your files on the cloud. So you can see here we do have this all done. So let me quickly show you how to do this. So pull this little drop down here and open file in location. This will open up a web page. You will need internet access, of course, because you are on the cloud. You can see your files here, YouTube images. You've also got a sharing facility here, which allows you to share it with other people if you wish. And you've also got your storage status, which is basically shows you how much data that you've used on your storage. Now remember, you've got 1 terabyte here. You can I think you can expand that as well even further. So let's just dive into here and show you where the data is and how we can look at it and view it on the cloud. So I'm just going to go through here, open this all up. There we go. There's our images, and there they are, all listed there, safe and sound on the cloud. And of course these could be your family photos. It could be just about anything that you want to back up there that's really precious to you. And of course, if you get hit by ransomware on your computer, you'll have a storage in the cloud. There'll be no problems there at all. So you're not going to get encrypted on the cloud. So let me just open this file up here so I can copy the URL. Let's just take a look here. This is the actual link. Copy this to the clipboard. You can see the link here. Let me just highlight this so you can see it. There we go. I can copy this if I wanted to there as well, but I've copied it to the clipboard. So let's just paste that into the browser, and there you go. It's preparing for download, and the file will be downloaded. I can either click the download button, but it should come down automatically. And there is our file. So basically I can open this up, and there you go. It's that simple, and you can share this with family and friends if you wish. And I'll close this off here now. Don't need to have this open. And if you want to delete stuff from the cloud, you can do. You can create more space for yourself by deleting stuff from the cloud. You just go here and remove or clean up. It's entirely up to you. So let me just remove this just to show you how to remove it from the cloud. There we go. That's all now deleted. And of course you want to go back into your Acronis, and you can then delete it from here if you wanted to remove this from the cloud, and it will be deleted and removed from there. So there we go. So just do one more here, delete, and there it's gone, and that's it. So that job now has been deleted, and we've got that removed. If you wanted to remove it from your external drive, you can do, but it's not advisable. But I just wanted to show you that part there, just in case you wanted to clear some space out or remove it and upload something else to the cloud. And now you can also add your backups to NAS drives just like these, and these will be in a RAID configuration, and plus they will be on the network, which means you'll get access to these on the network. So there's many different ways to back up, and these are just another way to back up, and you can use Acronis to back up to your NAS storage devices. I've shown you how to do that in the past. It's very easy to do, but it's an essential way of backing up. You want as many ways to back up as possible, And you can also use the Western Digital MyCloud backup if you wish as well, and that gives you another added way to back up. And these are pretty affordable ways to back up, and there's many different ways to back up. This is just some of the ways to back up and get your 3-2-1 backup strategy in place. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. I will leave all the links in the video description if you're interested. Take it easy, and I shall see you again for another video real soon. Thanks again, bye for now. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the big red subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button next to that to be notified when we upload new videos.